Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into a massive investigative journey because a literal digital shockwave just hit the internet. If you've been anywhere near a screen in the last 24 hours, you already know exactly what we're talking about. The curtain has finally been pulled back on Marvel's highly guarded, wildly anticipated project, and it is sending the community into an absolute frenzy. We're going to break down the hype, we'll uncover those hidden Easter eggs that pretty much everyone missed on their first watch, and most importantly, we are going to dissect the mind-bending hero-turned-villain theory that's setting the internet on fire right now. So get comfortable, because this is a deep dive you definitely won't want to miss.
37,971,186. And guys, that is not a lifetime view count, that's the total number of views the official trailer for Avengers Doomsday racked up in a single day. One day. It instantly skyrocketed straight to the #1 spot on the trending chart. We're talking about a level of cultural engagement that most blockbuster films only dream of achieving over their entire promotional run. And Marvel, they pulled it off in 24 hours. It's a huge testament to the sheer gravitational pull this franchise still has, and it perfectly sets the stage for the massive breakdown we're about to get into.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1. The arrival of Doomsday.
So, behind all this massive hype, Marvel is executing a very deliberate, highly calculated rollout plan, and the absolute anchor point for all of this madness is December 18th, 2026. This isn't just a release date, it's a hard deadline. Marvel has officially planted their flag in the holiday season, and they're using this specific date to build an unprecedented level of urgency. They know exactly what they're doing by locking this in now. The clock is officially ticking, and the entire fandom is out there synchronizing their watches for the exact moment Doomsday arrives. But here's the thing, Marvel isn't just selling your standard run-of-the-mill movie ticket here.
They are rolling out what they call Infinity Vision. Basically, Marvel is heavily pushing certified theaters that feature bigger, brighter, and way more immersive screens. They want this to be a totally overwhelming sensory experience from the second the previews end. But here is the real strategic kicker that was hidden right there in the trailer's description. Tickets are already on sale exclusively for these Infinity Vision certified theaters over at fandango.com/Avengers Doomsday. They're leveraging this massive day one hype to secure premium ticket sales months in advance, practically guaranteeing sold-out opening weekends for their highest-tier theater partners. It's honestly an absolute masterclass in event marketing.
Moving right along to Part 2, unpacking the Easter eggs. You know how it is. A trailer this massive doesn't just generate ticket sales. It literally spawns an entire cottage industry of frame-by-frame analysis. When Marvel drops footage, they don't just show you a movie. They give you a densely packed puzzle box. We're seeing massive breakdown videos happening simultaneously across YouTube right now, pulling in numbers that rival actual movie trailers. I mean, New Rockstars dropped a 36-minute deep dive that pulled 1.1 million views in just 15 hours. Just think about that for a second. 36 minutes of intense, heavily researched analysis for a trailer that's only a few minutes long. The dedication of this fandom is almost terrifying. Meanwhile, Screen Crush released a 21-minute Easter egg hunt that grabbed 1.2 million views in 22 hours. The scrutiny is intense, proving Marvel packed this footage with an insane amount of visual clues, nods to the comics, and hidden details designed specifically to be dissected by this obsessed community. Which leads us to the most explosive theory dominating every single one of those breakdown videos. Was Tony Stark always Dr. Doom? Just let that question sit with you for a second. It is the single most mind-bending fan theory circulating the internet right now, and if it's true, well, it completely recontextualizes everything we thought we knew about the past 15 years of the cinematic universe.
So let's unpack that in Part 3, the Tony Stark connection. If we look past the surface-level hype and really examine the hidden blueprints Marvel has been laying down, it becomes incredibly clear that this isn't just a new fad or a knee-jerk reaction to yesterday's trailer. No, this is a long-standing, meticulous plan that fans have been tracking for the better part of a year. Let's just trace it back. 9 months ago, Screen Crush released a video literally titled "Every Clue That Tony Stark Was Always Dr. Doom," which itself garnered over 1 million views. The community was already putting the puzzle pieces together way back then. Then, 5 months ago, an extended 4K trailer teaser dropped, adding massive amounts of fuel to the fire. And finally, just 1 day ago, the official trailer hits, seemingly validating months of intense speculation and confirming Doomsday's arrival. This timeline undeniably proves that Marvel has been breadcrumbing this narrative twist for a very, very long time.
What's absolutely wild here is the incredible thematic contrast we're dealing with. Just think about Tony Stark's legacy as Marvel's foundational hero, the guy who literally launched the entire universe, the genius billionaire who ultimately sacrificed his own life to save half of all living creatures. Now pit that legacy against the incredibly ominous, villainous clues of Doctor Doom that are currently being picked apart online. How does the ultimate savior become the ultimate universal threat? Are we dealing with a twisted variant from another universe? A corrupted artificial intelligence that somehow took on his persona? Or, I don't know, maybe a dark timeline where a few key decisions went horribly wrong. The sheer brilliance of this marketing campaign is that it takes our deep-seated emotional connection to Tony Stark and completely weaponizes it. They're turning our beloved foundational hero into a terrifying mystery that absolutely demands to be solved.
Which brings us to the endgame. Part 4. The final countdown.
The theories are out there. The trailer is breaking viewing records, the premium tickets are already flying out the digital door, and we are officially in the final stretch of this promotional cycle. And to maintain this absolute fever pitch, Marvel Entertainment is doing something really unique. They're actively running a live stream on their channel simply titled The Avengers Doomsday Clock. It is exactly what it sounds like, a relentless ticking countdown to the release date. It acts as this ambient, constant reminder that the event is approaching, deliberately designed to keep the hype simmering in the background of the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And to show you just how dedicated this fan base really is, 444. Even though we are months out from the actual release, at any given moment there are hundreds of fans actively watching a live, silent countdown clock. They're just sitting in the chat, theorizing, waiting, and letting that absolute fear of missing out completely sink in. It is a brilliant psychological tool by Marvel to build a communal sense of anticipation. It transforms the act of simply waiting for a movie into a shared, interactive fan event.
So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. We've seen the staggering trailer numbers, we've unpacked the dense Easter eggs, and we've explored the wild timeline of the Tony Stark to Doctor Doom connection. But the ultimate question remains, what actually happens when that clock runs out on December 18th? Will the theories hold true? Will the cinematic universe truly be shattered by its own foundational hero? Only time will tell, but one thing is absolutely for sure. We will all be watching. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. Keep theorizing, keep analyzing those frames, and I will see you on the next explainer.